Do you know what gift means? Gift is from the abundance of the heart. You have no right to question what it is.
Okay, so let me say something here. There could also be, there's a lot, whenever things come in like this, you only hear what happened now. You don't have the precedent. You don't know what happened before. What if he had given him or his friend something before his own, before that time?
The way this one they talk, I doubt.
So in other words, in response or in reply.
Exactly.
So maybe he had given him more before.
Yes, maybe.
I doubt.
But the point is that there's so much, there's just so much around it that
even
you
then,
really cannot make conclusions.
because I give you 25K today doesn't mean I'll be able to give you 25K the next time.
Very true. And that's why I say the ultimate thing is nobody is not owing you. And so when it is a gift, you just take it as it is. You don't know what the person's situation at that moment is.
Exactly.
So that's just what I'm saying. But you never know what happened before, because like someone said, you know that thing where people tell you that, okay, what did you do for me on my own birthday? I'll start to think about what I will do for you on your own birthday or your wedding. So that could also have happened and made the person start thinking.
But I don't want, I really want that.
But like I said, generally, I'll just say that, look, that level or that thing that makes you feel like that entitlement, as it were, that entitlement mentality, no, you shouldn't carry it, especially when it has to do with a gift. It's not like they're owing you money.
Yes.
So even it's become a thing. Even I'm even going to call out somebody on this team ESF that I was told that because I've not given them a birthday gift before, I must give them this year. This year I must
Why are
give
you
them.
Calling them out?
I'm calling them out.
Use your calling them out. Call the person's name.
Mr. Mesikeno, I'm calling them out because when you think about it,
if we fight, Mary, at least I patronize you, Abi.
I hadn't actually thought about it.
So that's why you finally patronized me for the first time this year. So Mike is expecting it. Is why he bought shoes from me just 2 weeks ago. So he was investing.
You're in trouble.
You see, next Monday, our coffee juice is competition of this one because
I will not show up.
Titi and Mary, there are two. But there's something you said here. If it's friends, in some ways, like you said, they might not be friends.
Yeah,
but you see,
they might not be
friendships are relative.
Yeah.
There are friendships that are low maintenance. There are people that you don't talk to for years.
Yes.
Yeah.
But when it's time, they come through.
Exactly.
There's people that will tell you, you have to talk to me every day.
Yes.
That's what it means to be a friend.
Yes.
I love low maintenance. I love low. Look, I don't. No, once I consider something my friend, you don't have to come and say, hey, how are you now? Oh, Benny guy, how far? Let's go straight to the point.
Exactly.
We're not. You understand? So there's a lot about that, their relationship and all of that. But I would say generally, even if the person is your father, being entitled could be to your own. You know, it could be to your own detriment, your own disadvantage.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So Mike, if I buy you chocolates, you know go vex.
Mike, you can't be entitled. I'm buying you a
chocolate. They plenty
what
for
should
house.
we buy him? Let's buy it together.
We'll
donate 500. You cannot complain.
Did you people watch?
$500.
Which $500. 500 naira. Do you know how much 500 naira is now?
All right then, guys. Let us know what you think. Use our hashtag Wake Up Nigeria on TVC. And of course, tag us Wake Up Nigeria TVCE with your thoughts. All right then, guys. See you in a bit. Good morning and welcome back. It's time for us to take a quick look at what's happening on the covers of the newspapers this morning on Wake Up Nigeria. Today is June 24th. It's a Monday. That's myself and Mike Mesikeno, are going to be taking a look at what's happening. Crude price hike seems to be the tag on the major headline for The Punch. Dangote alleges IOC's frustrating refinery. Dangote accuses NMDPR of granting licenses to operators to import dirty fuel. The more information about that is on page 21. We also have this headline. It says federal government to punish supervisors approving salaries for Jakpa workers. Christ Embassy, Lagos Mall's demolition. Oyakilome promises bigger church. Naira sells for 1,485 Naira to the dollar as official forex market records $23 billion. And right at the top left there, it says cholera outbreak. 22 states get kits as Lagos cases hit 500. Nigerians borrow 3.9 trillion naira as economic crisis bites harder. And food price hike worry is also a major story here. It says worry operators amid 1.2 trillion naira agri budget. So the one that jumps out at me here is the numbers on the cholera outbreak, Mike. I was at a supermarket on Friday, and one of the things right in front of the till were face masks. I saw a lot of face masks in the supermarket. Some schools have already started asking children to start wearing face masks in the schools now.
A health report said that it started from unlicensed Tiger Nuts drinks. I don't know how factual that is, but then if it is a health report, I mean, I would defer to the health experts. You know, so hopefully the deaths are increasing and all of that. Hopefully we keep it under control. We find some sort of a panacea to it and ensure that this doesn't stop. Because look, that thing is, it can be devastating when it comes in that sort of way. And you know, it was Etiosa. Most parts of the island, that's where it went and all of that.
And that is it's a waterlogged, well, I'm going to say waterlogged area, especially during the rainy season.
You know how it is now.
Yeah.
You know how it is. Something, of course, I wanted to mention was this particular story. Look, I think the black man is the black man's worst enemy. Because it's just something about sabotage, and it's just something about some people not ensuring that things don't work right just because of the gain from it. That is a major problem we have. I don't know if it's, of course, I cannot say that it is innate. I cannot say that you were born with it, but why are we so wicked in such a way that sabotage? People will stand. We now have a refinery. There's Port Harcourt is supposed to kick off production soon. There is a private refinery that, of course, had government input with it, you understand? But then now there is now talk of sabotage about people giving licenses to import subpar diesel, subpar fuel, subpar jet fuel, and all of that. And at the same time ensuring that there are some people that will just sit down and just ensure that the economy doesn't work. If we can root out those people, then we are well on our way towards the path, or on the path towards recovery.
So I believe it's a good thing that this is being spotlighted now, so that those...
It's been there.
Those,
spotlighted.
But the thing is, even if it's been there, it wasn't being spotlighted.
It's not even oil. It's everything. To our football, to everywhere, to everything. We just have that thing that things could actually work. But it's quite sad, man.
Very sad indeed. Very sad indeed. Let's take a look at the cover of The Guardian newspaper. Now it says here, CBN stress tests Forex market reform stops BDC funding. Page 6 has more on that. There's an infographic there essentially showing the Apex Bank's trades, quick fixes for long-term confidence building. There is also a headline on cholera here as well. APC chieftain warns governors against diversion of 260 billion PHC's fund. Right at the top, the IOC's story as well. Dangote accusing IOCs of manipulating crude oil prices, plotting refinery failure. Let's see what else we have. We also have here the fuss over return to old national anthem, an editorial on page 16, and National Assembly under pressure on new minimum wage law compliance. We have with us other papers as well, including the Vanguard newspaper. We have here the major headline, textile industry faces total collapse as revival efforts fail. It says here also Nigerian pilgrims apparently starving in Saudi Arabia, according to Governor Bago. Page 6 has more on that. Labour to governors on minimum wage. Rescue Nigeria from state of resentment and misery. Civil servants collecting salaries after relocating abroad must refund money, says federal government. That's what we have on the cover of the Vanguard. All right, then that's all we can take on the headlines in the dailies. Thank you so much, Mike.
Man, even when they travel, they are still carrying their stealing, they are still carrying their thievery over there. Let them catch them. They'll refund it. It's easy. You just tell them that whatever they're earning there, they'll refund it. All right, let's head over, of course. There's Mary, who is in the kitchen, of course. Chef Tade is there with her. What's for breakfast this morning, Mary?
Chef Tade, what is for breakfast?
Asopao.
Asopao. Welcome to the kitchen right here on Wake Up Nigeria this beautiful Monday morning. Chef Tade is going to be preparing breakfast for us, and he calls it asopao. What's the origin of asopao?
It's from Puerto Rico.
Okay.
But it has its origin in Spain. Like it's a kind of Spanish meal.
Okay.
Sopa is known to be like something that comes out of soup, a soupy kind of meal.
Okay, so a sopa.
Okay.
Okay. Let's talk about the ingredients we're making use of this morning.
All right, we have a lemon.
Okay.
We have chilies.
Okay.
We have onions.
Okay.
Carrots, bell peppers.
Okay.
Tomato.
Okay.
And we have celery.
Okay.
Yeah.
We have
okay.
the
Scotch bonnet. Yeah.
there.
This I'm actually infusing this into it just to Nigerian.
Just for the Nigerian version of it. Okay. So we have the rice already washed.
We have turkey.
Okay.
We have turmeric. We have salt.
Okay.
Black pepper.
Okay.
Seasoning.
Okay.
Bay leaf.
Okay. Garlic.
Garlic. Parsley.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm replacing this with cilantro because I could not find that.
Okay, so this is cilantro.
Yes, cilantro.
Because when you said
this is parsley.
This is parsley, actually.
I have to replace it. Then I have chicken broth. I have
vegetable oil.
Vegetable oil.
And then, of course, tomato puree.
Tomato puree. Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about how you're going to put all of this together. What's the plan?
Yeah, after making, because we're going to stir fry all our veggies.
Okay.
With the
well, parboiling the rice, though?
Yes, we'll parboil the rice.
Okay, so we're parboiling the rice then.
It just has a kind of way we prepare it. We prepare it more like jollof rice.
Okay.
You prepare your stew, then pour your rice into it. Okay. But I will not follow the normal way because I'm going to stir fry this into
the veggies itself.
The veggies itself.
So that's why you're parboiling it.
Yes, that's why I'm parboiling.
Okay, so the stir fry is what's the process for your stir fry? What are you going to do with the turkey? Are we boiling it?
Yeah, we'll boil and fry.
We'll boil and fry.
Yeah.
Okay, so is the turkey just going to be like something on top?
It's something on top.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. For a sopa, we always have chicken, shredded chicken in the meal.
Okay.
But I'm not doing that, so.
You're going to put it whole.
Yes.
All right. There's something I love about how our chefs personalize the dishes, and it's one of the fantastic things about what you do in the Wake Up Nigeria kitchen. And with Spanish origins, right?
Yes, Spanish origin. But I'm converting it to Nigerian.
Yes, so we are doing the Nigerian version of asopao. The ingredients are currently on your screen, so you can scribble them down if you missed us reeling them out earlier. So we've got vegetable oil, onion, carrots, celery, red bell pepper, garlic, white rice, turmeric, chili, chicken broth, fresh cilantro, salt, black pepper, and fresh lemon. Okay, so we have the vegetables ready. And we're going to start the stir fry now, right?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So you can quickly catch up on the stir fry. The rice is boiling. Remember what Chef Tade said earlier. It's actually it's supposed to be parboiled. So it's not going to be cooked through. It's just going to be parboiled. So we finish the cooking when we are doing the stir fry. Note, if you're used to asopao, this isn't the regular way. As you heard him say, he's doing it his own way. So he has his own style, of course. That's the originality of being a chef, and most importantly, is also making sure it has the Nigerian spice to it. And by spice, of course, we know we're talking peppers. Okay, so the pan, I believe, is hot enough. Shall we start the stir fry?
Sure.
Okay.
Let's go.
Yeah. So the oil goes in. Okay.
So we allow it to heat up a little, then we add our onions. Let me just add the onions. Okay.
So the onions. Oh, so it doesn't matter. The oil doesn't have to heat up before you add onions.
No, it does not have to. Yeah.
I always thought you have to hear the shh.
No. we have different reactions. It depends on the kind of meal you're preparing.
Okay.
If in your recipe asked to, maybe peradventure we ask to sweat. Okay. So you just wait until it brings out liquid. Okay. Then peradventure, maybe you want to caramelize. Yeah. Then you allow it for a certain period of time to brown. Okay. Then you're done.
Ah, okay. So are we sweating it this time?
Yeah, we're sweating.
We're just sweating it. Yeah. Okay, so we are sweating the onions. Okay, so we'll sweat it, and while sweating it, we'll also put every other thing together. So the onions, when they sweat, We're now going to put in the
veggies,
right? Which ones go first?
Depends on, okay, I'll add carrot because that's a bit hard compared to the rest. Yeah.
This looks like it's going to be touch and go very fast.
Very fast.
So when you add the carrots, you add the pepper.
Yes, I'll add it.
Yeah, then you add the tomatoes, or the tomatoes going before all
tomato is just the last thing.
Okay.
Because I'm going to add this too.
The tomato puree?
Yes, yeah, I'm going to add it too.
Okay. Okay.
So
are you adding it now or after all the veggies have gone in?
You know, it's still the same pattern we use for jollof rice. Okay. I can add it now. I can add it after the veggies.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's
well,
really
in my own way of making jollof rice, I would add it now.
You add it now.
So that it can add to the color. So I actually found out something. When you fry the pepper, it also increases the redness of the dish. It was a coincidental discovery. So instead of giving you pink color or a pale color, it deepens the darkness of the rice. I don't know how come, but that's what I discovered. That's the beauty of cooking, really. That's the beauty of cooking. You learn every day and you make accidental discoveries as well. At this point, we've reached the point at the top of the hour. Of course, we're still going to be making our asopao in the kitchen. At the end of the show, you get to see what it looks like while our guests get to have a taste of it. You're watching Wake Up Nigeria. Just stay with us. We'll be right back.
Yeah.
Welcome to a wonderful, wonderful Monday morning, the second half of the show. If you are just joining us, you've missed 1 full hour. But hey, come on. We would ensure that the next 45 minutes will be the best of your morning so far.
You can indeed choose to draw lines or cross over them. How many times have you crossed the line, Mike?
Which line? Depends on the line.
There are many
some lines are invisible.
Yes, invisible.
And some lines are very clear. You just avoid the line. But come on, whichever way.
And sometimes you have to read in between the lines.
Touche, touche. But then whichever way, ensure that you get to embrace life, choose to live in a world filled with possibilities.
Yeah.
And of course, ensure that you get the best out of every morning, just like we're doing in the kitchen.
Indeed.
It seems like some work is going down. Mary, I don't see your hands busy. It's chips you are treating.
What are you talking about,
on the
Mike?
breakfast.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
You don't?
Well, Chef Tade is still busy,
English,
and he decided to try my method. So we're going to fry the puree. That's what we're doing now, after which we'll add the veggies, and soon enough, everything should be ready. Ooh. As you can see, we're boiling the turkey. We're just starting with that. Yeah, so he seasoned it already. Don't worry, you guys will see how it goes in a bit.
Boiling the turkey.
You go fry that turkey?
Well,
yes, we are going to fry the turkey. That's going to be put on the dish instead of shredding it into it. That's what he said earlier.
What part of turkey?
Mike, just continue the show.
What part
you
of
like
turkey?
Food too much. I don't know. Continue.
Indeed.
I talk about the most important thing in this show now.
Yeah.
You want
He said
food. All right, but yeah, let's get on with it. My name is Mike Mexicano.
And I'm Titila Oyinson. Remember, you can use our hashtag Wake Up Nigeria on TVC across all social media platforms to be a part of the best breakfast show on Nigerian TV.
The app is also available for you to watch us anywhere in the world. All you need to do is download it on your Apple Store, that's your iOS store, and of course your Google Play Store. Whichever one, we're there at TVC. That's the app.
We're on Facebook, we're on Twitter, or rather X. We're also live on YouTube right now. We're streaming live on YouTube.
TVC Entertainment, that's the handle on YouTube. Go check it out. And then, of course, on all our social media handles, it's TVC Entertainment _ Use the hashtag Wake Up Nigeria on TVC to interact with us.
So what we have left on the show, there's quite a lot. Motivation on Monday, as always. We have Nkem Ofonabo. She's also known as the Harmonizer, Africa's premier network work-life harmony coach. She helps overwhelmed and burnt-out professionals achieve work-life harmony. Today, we're talking about the 4 Ps of business, a holistic approach that drives return on investment.
We have a musical performance, and we have Omotola Johnson here to perform this morning.
Joining us on SME is a Rotarian, Mr. Ben Dare of Benco Color Media, a wholly indigenous, dynamic, and fully integrated printing press with special emphasis on excellent quality and proactive service delivery.
And then, of course.
Yeah. So that printing press sort of just flashed in my head now because in the show, or on the show, Bridgerton, there's a printing press from back in
Which
the
Bridgerton?
day.
Which one?
Bridgerton, the series.
Which season?
The latest season. I'm not going
Have you
to
watched
act
it?
like... Have you watched the latest season of Bridgerton?
I've not even watched.
The
This
Bridgerton English.
This one that's a fan
Bridgerton
of the
English.
crown. Anything crown.
I've
I've
watched
just, funny enough, do you know, for some
you've
weird
watched
reason,
it.
I don't watch
No.
Crown
Yes, you
movies.
have.
It's only Queen Charlotte. I enjoyed that one. I didn't like the first one because everybody was going, oh, that...
You know what? Can you make recommendations? I could
Queen
go look for them.
Queen Charlotte was good.
It's great.
I
I'm
like
going to
Queen
get it.
Charlotte
Oh, I'm
because...
so impressed.
I really liked it. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I don't know why. But I never watched the first one because of the way
What's
people
the
were
first
going
one?
on. The first one had...
Bridgerton's first season.
What's his
Okay.
name now? They had this
with the
guy.
Duke.
The Duke, yes.
Duke.
Everybody in Nigeria. Baba at one point was competing with Leo. What's the name of that Korean actor? Leo.
Lee Min
Lee Min
Ho.
Ho. That guy was competing with Lee Min Ho.
Now, when you talk about people like that, I know them.
Exactly.
She was competing with Lee Min Ho. Everybody, Duke.
The Duke.
Duke. So this thing just tired me.
The trend got so heavy. It went so viral that I'm talking about the writer now, the narrator herself actually wrote a letter to us Nigerians on their Instagram page.
We took it
She
too far.
wrote, we took it so far.
But I enjoyed Queen Charlotte. I saw the trailer for Queen Charlotte. I don't know why. I said, okay, this one would be something to watch. And the actresses, both of them, I think that's the best casting I've ever seen for younger and older.
Yeah.
The younger lady was like, they didn't look alike. They looked like, this is how I'll be when I get to this age.
Yeah.
It was uncanny.
The casting was excellent then.
Beautiful.
You can cast people to look alike, but when both of them are excellent actors,
Yeah.
so that was not, you can look for somebody who looks like you as younger. Can the person act like you? Or can people give me that same level of steez at the same time? And that was what they gave her. That's what they gave her Queen Charlotte.
Yeah.
And so I really enjoyed Queen Charlotte.
I think you'll like the new season.
No, I'm not watching it
think you
again.
will.
I don't
Why? Why don't you want to watch it
about to
again?
pay pressure too much. This one,
lie.
that Queen
Lie.
Charlotte was good for me. I'm okay
You
with
that
that.
you're a king of Game of Thrones, right?
Oh, let's not start that one. Let's not start that one. Wait, season 2 of the second, season 2 of House of the Dragon, of course, was just out yesterday.
I've watched it.
You've watched it, eh?
Do you sleep?
Yeah.
I doubt it.
But I was waiting for this.
I had to
was
sleep. I had to
waiting.
sleep. I mean, it came up by 1 a.m.
Yeah.
So Titi, I had to sleep.
So Titi, you
I
watched
watched
it
it this
at-
morning.
I was waiting. And then, funny enough, I follow so many handles on X that were giving out spoilers already. So I just had to just watch it. But I won't tell anybody anything.
You just avoid all of them because
Yeah.
you get so much. I still remember Game of Thrones when it was about ending. I would watch the show so much that one line that doesn't seem like a spoiler, I knew what happened, and
Yeah.
I felt so bad.
So
I just had one line. Someone just put
Well,
one
I
line.
love
And
spoilers.
That long.
I can't enjoy a movie without knowing the ending.
That's
Actually,
wow,
even Google
Mary.
it.
That's you.
Chef Tade is quite the octopus right now. He's trying to do this and do that. And I'm just here standing and looking pretty as always, I know. Welcome again to the kitchen right here on Wake Up Nigeria. The sauce is cooking. In fact, I dare say it's ready. Right, Chef Tade? The sauce is ready and it looks amazing. I'm actually struggling to believe that you made this sauce with just tomato puree. You've not even added tomatoes. Oh.
Yeah, added.
What did you do when I left?
I added the juice inside the tomatoes. You
The
know, I
tomato
separated it
juice.
from-
Oh,
yeah.
yes, that's true. Because the way it's already looking like a proper stew. Wow, I wish I had bread. Just saying. Okay, so now rice is ready.
Okay.
And we are going to start the stir fry. So you're still adding vegetables into the sauce?
Yes, I have to have.
Okay. Wow. So the bay leaf as well goes into the sauce, okay?
Yes,
In
it
case
goes
you were
into
wondering what we're using it for. So you can see the bay leaves. Yeah, I can see 2 of them if I'm not wrong. What's the purpose of bay leaf in food? I ask chefs this and I get different answers.
Adds flavor.
It adds flavor.
Yeah.
What sort of flavor? Because when I bite into it, it adds bitterness in my tongue.
I think what you need to do
Yeah.
is try cook your jollof rice without bay leaf, then cook your jollof rice with bay leaf, then see the difference.
That thing is just cool.
Or maybe cook this too.
So it adds flavor.
Yeah, it adds flavor.
Because it doesn't taste nice. So I usually
it does
wonder
not taste nice, but
what
it adds-
flavor it
adds it
adds.
to it.
Okay. So that's another one. Bay leaf adds flavor, in case you're wondering what use it has in food. So yes, the stir fry begins right now. Now, that sauce, for someone who is just tuning in, how did we arrive at that?
So we had, after adding our oil, we had onions, allow it to sweat.
Okay.
Then we had carrots into it. Then we allow it to fry.
After putting the puree?
Yeah.
Puree, then carrots,
yes.
then we allowed it to fry.
To fry, then you had your seasoning.
And
that's all.
What seasoning did you include?
Have my normal seasoning.
Okay. This is a combination of
beef and chicken.
Beef and chicken seasoning.
Seasoning.
Okay.
And
okay. The ingredients are on your screen, by the way. If you're just tuning in, you want to scribble some of them down so you don't miss out. Okay. So then you added the seasoning.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we are making asopao. That's what we're having for breakfast. And as Chef Tade said earlier, it's an originally Puerto Rican dish.
Yes, Puerto Rican.
I said originally deliberately because that's the focus of the dish, the Puerto Rican version, because the origins, again, dates to Spain, so Spanish origins as well. However, we are making it the Nigerian way. That's why we have the peppers and all the little extra because of the Nigerian version of it. So that stir fry is ready.
Yeah.
The chicken, is it boiled? The turkey, is it boiled enough?
Yeah, it's boiled. I want to add, like, cut some into it.
Okay, so like you talked about the shredding.
Shredding of chicken.
Okay.
But now I'm adding turkey into it.
Okay. Okay. So you're not going to add just having it whole.
No. I have that separately.
Okay, but this one is to be shredded into it.
Yeah, you need to.
Okay, just so that you can preserve the dish itself the way it's made.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. Okay, because I was wondering that this turkey doesn't look cooked.
Yeah.
Doesn't
add
look
it to cook with it.
Which cooks faster, chicken or turkey?
Chicken cooks faster. It depends on
the method.
if it's soft or hard. We have soft chicken and hard chicken here. So,
but we don't have hard turkey. Why is that? How come?
Turkeys, yeah, we have.
We have?
Yeah.
I've never seen hard turkey.
If you, peradventure, you see maybe 2-year-old or
maybe the ones I've been eating, they've overboard the life out there. Maybe that's why I've never seen any hard turkey.
They're always very hard, very hard. Yeah.
So this shredded turkey will go into the sauce.
Will go into the sauce.
And then it will cook for how many more minutes?
Let's say like 10 more minutes.
10 more minutes.
Yeah.
So at what point do we add the rice?
We'll add the rice. Let's say a few minutes we'll add the rice.
We add the rice
After
as
that
well.
10 minutes, we'll add the rice.
So look forward to our asopao and what it will look like at the end of the show, okay? So you want to stick around to see the eventual results of this amazing dish, which is something you can easily make at home for yourself and your family, especially the tomato puree part, you know. Saving on pepper, if you understand what I mean. We're taking a break now. You're watching Wake Up Nigeria. Just stay with us.
It's Motivation Monday. Nkem Ofonabo, also known as the Harmonizer, is Africa's premier work-life harmony coach. She helps overwhelmed and burnt-out professionals achieve work-life harmony. And today, we're talking about the 4 P's of business, a holistic approach that drives ROI. It is great to have you in Nkem once again. You're welcome.
Thank you very much,
Looking lovely,
Mike.
by the way. I love the dress.
Thank you.
Okay, so the 4 P's for business success, as it were, right? Just reel out the 4 P's before we go into each of them individually.
Okay, so the 4 of them is people,
Okay,
performance,
okay.
productivity,
Okay.
and profitability.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. I like the way it has lined now. Okay, let's go straight into it. People.
Okay, so for every business have their strategy, what they intend to achieve, right? The vision and all of that. But if there are no people to drive the success, definitely. So people are the greatest asset of every business.
Of every business.
Of every business. And it's important that organizations invest in people, invest in their well-being, invest in their development.
Your development, true.
Exactly.
You know, but there are a lot of businesses these days, you know, because of the advent of technology, as it were, a lot of businesses are solely reliant, you know, they call, where then in business studies, we call it sole proprietorship, where there's just one person alone. And I know, there's this friend I spoke to about scaling, and he was like, no, he doesn't trust people, he can just handle his business alone.
Interesting.
How bad can that kind of thinking be? Because he just believes that he doesn't want to scale up. He's okay with what he's doing. He's doing well, comfortable, and all of that. but just because he feels that dealing with people is a problem.
I can assure you that he might not be able to scale that business to wherever he expects it to be. Because people drive performance, profitability, and of course productivity.
It has
exactly.
to be people.
It has to be people.
That will drive people.
You can have such an audacious dream, goal that you want to achieve, but if you don't have the people to execute, it's going to be a problem.
How do you find the right people?
How do you find the right people? It starts from, first, the organization, right? Because you have to be an organization of repute.
Okay.
You have to present yourself as an employer of choice.
Okay.
For you to be able to attract the right people.
All right, wonderful. Now, and these people are expected to perform well. They are the people that will give you that performance, which is the second P.
Exactly.
And that's where a number of people have issues. Performance. When the people cannot match up to the expected performance. Right? How does that second P work?
Okay, for the second P, you have to, if you really want to drive a business success, you have to optimize performance. And what does that entail? Is when you bring in the right people, the talent that you are looking for. Is their objective clear? How do you set clear objectives for them to run, to perform? How do you monitor them, what they do? And of course, how do you recognize their achievement, especially exceptional achievements?
And then that will mean that you are ensuring or you are monitoring them to ensure that productivity is optimal.
Exactly, which is the third one. Okay. Exactly. So productivity now speaks to what are the processes that you put in place? How do you optimize your processes? How do you remove bottlenecks? How do you support them? What are the technologies that you deploy to make the processes easy so that people are not saddled with mundane, routine responsibility? But these days, technology drives business success. And technology also drives innovation. So provide the tools for them to thrive, and that speaks to productivity.
Who does this responsibility rest on? Because I've been in situations where people will tell you that if I pay you a salary and I hired you to do this, I expect that irrespective of how you feel or whatever, give me the desired result. But now you're talking about a holistic approach. You know, whose responsibility is it to ensure that these things align and you know, they help or they push towards making that business optimal?
First is the business owner, because it's your vision, right? It's your investment. So if you really want to get something out of your investment, because I'm very sure that you starting that business, you've made a lot of investment, sacrifice. So if you want to drive business success, if you want to drive productivity, you must optimize those first three, the people, their performance, their productivity, before you can drive profitability. And profitability, it's not just about revenue. It's not just about revenue. You have to look at other things. How do you allocate resources? And that is also where people comes to play. How do you allocate resources in terms of the tools available, innovative tools available?
Okay, yes. You know, when you say profit, okay, so now you're not just only concerned about how much a business makes in revenue. You're talking about ensuring that the people themselves, that you are caring for them. Is that what you're trying to say?
Absolutely, because that will define your brand at the end of the day. A lot of times we don't invest in the brand image, because you're looking at attracting top talent. If your brand is not there, if you don't position yourself as an employer of choice, you will not be able to attract the right kind of talent. So it's not just about revenue. It's about how do people perceive your business from the outside, employer perception. So people think that branding is all about creating the right image outside. You see CEOs and they will, on social media, exactly, they present to you what it's not outside. But when you go inside within the organization, which speaks to the culture, the people, the processes, that's the real brand. Because when these people leave your organization, it's about what they will speak, what they will tell others.
When they've left there. That's quite the most important thing.
Exactly.
You want something that wants to... How, to anybody, would you say that there is any part of this particular process that they can't jump? How expedient is it for businesses to ensure that every single step of this process, they keep to it?
Truth is, each element is critical.
Yeah.
Each element is critical. And what businesses or employers should be focused on is how to integrate properly and optimize each of these elements.
You have to find a way. If it doesn't work, you ensure that you continue finding a way till all
Absolutely.
of them are optimized.
Absolutely.
Well done, Kem. Thank you very much for that expose this morning.
Welcome back. It's a Monday and it's time for SME. And today joining us on SME is Rotarian Mr. Ben Dare of Benco Color Media. Now, it's a wholly indigenous, dynamic and fully integrated printing press with special emphasis on excellent quality when it comes to proactive service and service delivery. It's great to have you in the studio with us. Welcome, Mr. Ben.
Yeah, thank you very much. It's a pleasure for me to be here this morning to join you on this live program.
Thank you so much for taking our time from your busy schedule. But we need to know the story. Benco Color started when?
Wow. I would say it's a journey of grace. It started about maybe 2001, 2002. I remember then that I quit where I was working before.
Okay.
And then I took a decision that I would rather say is the best decision of my life. I took a decision that having quit where I'm working, I wanted to start my own business.
Okay.
And then looking back for those decisions, it's one of the best decisions of my life so far.
Just so people have a perspective, how old were you then when you decided to make that move?
Maybe around about 28, 30.
Oh, okay, all right. But that's a very bold move. It's very risky to just say you're going to go and start your own business. Did you have someone supporting you, someone encouraging you? What about that angle?
That's why I said it's a journey of grace. For me, I remember back then that I have a sister that actually said, oh, she's ready to set me up.
Okay.
And then I remember I had to travel far as back to Kaduna.
Wow.
And then I was with her and I saw her. It's not probably maybe everything is so good for her that she has every other thing. And then I look at the environment and I just told myself, you can do something with your life. Why not go back? And I went back without any support, without any encouragement from either family or anybody.
Wow.
And then I decided to just start the business. And then for me, then I was into graphic design.
Okay.
And then for me, I have a very good hands on it.
Okay.
And I was able to deliver. You can't see my concept then, my designs, and you will not fall in love with it.
Wow.
So I started from there. People see my designs and they are, wow, who did this? And they gave me the opportunity to actually go ahead and print for them. And that's how Benco Color started. Yeah.
So it's also a very heavy investment in terms of the type of business that without power, without electricity, a lot can't happen. For instance, even with your graphic design side of things, you have to have a computer, you have to have power to run that. Then also these huge machines, it's not small amounts of energy they use. So that was also a heavy risk in a climate like Nigeria. How were you able to surmount that hurdle?
Okay, good for... The truth about it is that I started small. Okay. I started pretty small. I started with a desktop computer, and I remember then that my first office then was actually maybe a friend actually gave me the space to sit within that same office to do my things. Wow. And then immediately I was able to gather some funds. I was able to go get my own small office. And from there, it has just been a journey of progression. But for me, what I do, and which I encourage other younger ones that are coming in, the more you get resources, the more you get your profit, pull it back into the business. I remember I got my first machine. It was a very small machine then. It's 201 machine. I got it for 350,000 around maybe 2002.
Wow.
That money was huge. That money was huge as at 2002. Yeah. It was a very huge fund, but I was able to save towards it. And I was favored and I got that machine. And coming to that issue of power, we've scaled up over times. And then for me, one of the major challenges of our industry is power. Almost maybe 70, I would say 70% of it goes, because without power, you can't run your machines.
Sure.
Without power, you can't run the machine. For me, thank God for there's a bit of improvement about the energy now.
Yeah.
And then it's a lot better now compared to then that we are buying diesel for so much amount of money. It's quite challenging.
I have to say, you know, even the ink that you use, most of them are imported. I don't think there are local ink manufacturers presently. Am I wrong?
No, you are right.
Okay.
Probably, I can say boldly that print buyers, majorly all our raw materials are import-based.
Wow.
Or majorly, or paper that we talked about, that which is about maybe 70% of our stuff is import. Wow. It's import. And then the exchange that has dealt with us, as in, you can imagine, including our machinery as well.
Wow.
If you wanted to get any machine now from Europe, the amount of those machines still remain the same. But we need a lot of naira to convert to euro to get those machines in. So basically, most of all our what we use in the print industries they are imported.
Yeah. So what do you think, in terms of government policies, for instance, what would help your industry now? What sort of adjustments could help printers and yourself, like yourself, maybe have a little bit more ease in doing business?
Okay. Thank you for that question. I am a member of the Chartered Institute of Professional Printers of Nigeria. Okay. And I think they've come a long way in trying to meet with the government and to actually make it known that printing job remains in Nigeria. Was one of the key things about our environment is that for some of the publishers, they rather take the printing job outside. Wow. Because they believe they have the capacity over there to deliver. But in our little ways, in the environment, we have the capacity. But so there's that campaign from the SIPON that the printing industry, the government agencies, and should patronize printers in Nigeria. And then I think in a short while, there will be a headway concerning that as well.
Good. I'm very hopeful in that regard, very hopeful. And thank you for sharing your story with us. But I have to say, this is a question we ask most SME owners. Why do you believe your customers keep coming back to you? Because there is quite a lot of saturation in this industry. There are a lot of printers out there, but some keep coming back to you. Why do you think that is?
Over time, we have developed capacity. I have customers that are loyal to us for over 2 decades. As in they've been loyal because we deliver consistently. And for me, in an organization, what you don't joke with is excellence.
Okay.
We have a core value. We have our core value in Benko Color Media Limited is RISE, which is responsibility, integrity, service, and excellence. But we hold that one to our chest. When it comes to excellence, we don't compromise that. And some of our clients over the years, they know that, okay, give this job to Benko Color, go and sleep, they will deliver. Wow. And then over time, we have a niche in the market for delivering excellence.
Fantastic. I love the way you answered that. And I have a feeling your teams are somewhere really giving that applause because it also shows in the way you speak about it. And being such a great speaker, I have to, highlight that you're wearing a Rotary pin on your lapel.
Yeah.
So you are, of course, a Rotarian.
Yeah.
Please talk to us a little bit about your journey.
Okay. The truth about it is that Rotary has actually impacted the way I do my business. Because for me, Rotary, it's a platform. It's a #1 service organization in the world, which for me, it's about to make life better, easier for our community that we find ourselves. God has helped some of us that we need to give back to the community. And that which we have done, and that is the core of Rotary, giving back to the society. And I'm fortunate, I'm privileged to be the incoming president of my club, Rotary Club of Akowonjo. Come July 1st, I'll be taking over.
Congratulations, sir.
Thank you very much.
What's your agenda for the next coming year?
Wow. My agenda for the next coming year is, for me, we need to build on the successes of my predecessor. I'm blessed to have my current president, Rotarian Dr. Sukomi Amuye. She has done very laudable this year. Okay. And for me, I wanted to, from where she stopped, I wanted to take it higher, to raise the bar, and increase more on the impact that we have in our community. and in Akowonjo and its environment.
All right, so some are of the school of thought that clubs such as, Rotary are things that were sort of thriving in the past, maybe over the past 5 to 10 years. It's not been as highlighted as it used to be, maybe because of the new generation we're in. The Gen Zs, for instance, the Gen Alphas, does Rotary have a plan to involve the younger people in the next fiscal year?
Yeah, that's true. I think we have an arm. We have an arm of Rotary, and for me, which one of the key things that we need to carry them along, and we wanted to do more about public image, because I think Rotary does much, but we've come to realize that we don't put it out there. But in this coming year, we wanted to put it out there on social media, most especially in relation to the Gen Z and the new generation, to put it out there that come together, let's work together, let's team talk together to make our world a better place for everyone out there.
I have to say thank you once again, Mr. Ben, for coming to talk to us about your business and your journey. And congratulations one more time on becoming the incoming president for Rotary Akowonjo.
Yeah.
Yes?
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure.
All right. You probably noticed that something has been smelling really nice in the studio. Have you noticed? All right. Would you like to join us in the kitchen?
Why not? Why not?
All right.
It's still very early in the morning. I will be glad to
All right. Let's take a stroll.
Okay.
Thank you.
Welcome to the kitchen, Rotarian Ben Dare. So breakfast today is by Chef Tade, and it's made for us asopa.
Yeah, asopa.
Asopao. Okay, so that's for breakfast.
Wow.
Yeah, so this is supposed to be a dish that should have been softer than this, but we made it the Nigerian way.
Yeah.
So it's spiced.
So what
You
country?
definitely have a bit
What
of
country is
pepper.
it from?
Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
Puerto Rico.
Oh.
Yes.
Wow, that's
Yes,
nice.
please dig in. Let's have your
Yes.
feedback.
Please let us know what you think.
So, Chef Tade, tell us about the contents. Please go on.
Here we have, our usual jollof rice kind of preparation.
Yeah.
Then we have a lot of veggies in it.
Veggies.
Yes.
Asopao.
Yeah.
Only.
For
All
asopao,
right.
though, it's usually, this is sweated because it has to look like it, but asopao is usually softer.
Really?
Yeah.
Softer, it looks more like porridge.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
Well, Nigerians, we look at it like...
So what do you think?
Wow, it's awesome.
All right.
I'll give it up to Chef Tade. It's actually amazing.
Thank you so
I think the taste is okay, it's good, and I commend you. Thank you very much for doing an awesome delivery as per these dishes this morning.
All right.
Thank you. That's very kind of you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
All right. We're looking forward to seeing what this looks like eventually.
Wow.
Well, let me be honest. Tasting it.
You want to eat, I know, Mary, but it's been a marvelous Monday so far. A great way for us to start the week. And we started off on a very high note. Thank you to everyone who joined us on the show today. We're going to be back tomorrow morning, 7 a.m. right here. And of course, don't forget that Your View is next.
Yes, and don't worry, your week will be as bright as my dress, even brighter. Bye.
All right then, bye.